What's good, y'all, man? We back in this joint, man. We got my guy. What? Hello? God damn. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Golly. Jacob, pack him up. Solo. Bro, how y'all doing, man? Thank y'all for joining me on this one, man. Hope y'all been doing great. Hope y'all been doing excellent. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all a little drink with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all little Zaza. Y'all little ZZ. Y'all little Boo Boo. Y'all little Wee Wee. Wait, whoa. Damn. I don't know about that last part. That last part, little ditty, but that's alright. That's alright. You gonna skip past that. We got Jacob. Fatu, bro. Yo, let's go, bro. We got the real Trvll chief here, bro. Today we're gonna be talking about my boy Jacob Fatu. His bloodline will be a game changer in WWE, bro. I have to agree, bro. And the whole thing, though, I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I really like Solo's bloodline, bro. I still kind of consider it Solo's bloodline, like as Solo as the leader, and Jacob pretty much. I don't even want to say enforcer anymore, because technically the enforcers will be the Tongans, since they always get sent out to just go out there and jump people and then get beat up. So I'm gonna say Jacob and Solo pretty much like the co-leaders of the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Or like Solo the leader and Jacob like it's like the air. There we go. Yeah, because them over Roman's bloodline. Bro, first of all, Roman don't even actually help anybody, bro. This man don't care about anybody but himself. Solo is an actual leader, bro. He's there to actually help everybody and keep everybody on the same page. So as long as Roman got his title, he don't care about nobody else. He ain't gonna sit there and help his brothers get stop from getting jumped. He ain't gonna help there and help nobody else fight nobody, but he gonna want everybody to help him get what he want. Roman, get your ass out of here. God damn it. I need Seth to pack you up, I need Drew to pack you up, and I need Jacob and Solo to pack you up. And I'm waiting. And then I'm going to come in there and then drop like 6 super kicks, you know what I'm saying? Because full strength Roman Reigns is finna pack me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hater, but I'm not stupid. Alright, so let's get into this.
In the past year,
let's get into this job. I'm a hater, but I'm not stupid. It's crazy, bro.
In the past year,
Oh
there's
my
no
God.
single bloodline member, no member of the WWE roster as a whole who's made the impact that Jacob Fatu has.
Than him,
The
bro.
fact that he's the least
The energy,
established
fool.
on the roster of WWE of any of his Samoan family
Yes,
counterparts
sir.
makes it even more impressive that he's done it so quickly. Obviously, he had a lot of time on televised wrestling before WWE with
I low-key think he the youngest, too. I think he only 32. So I think he the youngest, unless Solo the youngest. Solo might be younger, but Jacob young, bro. He only 30, 31, 32, bro.
MLW, but
This man's
this
been
is
killing
something where you
people
can
for
clearly
years.
see him exceeding expectations. But this is something where you can clearly see him exceeding.
Imagine somebody 6'2", 320 pounds doing double spring
For WWE
moonsaults.
with MLW.
Why?
But this is something where you can clearly see him exceeding expectations
freaking
and
beautiful.
delivering on anticipation. He's been around for less than a year, and it's hard to see anybody having a bigger future than him right now. I was at his around for letting
You gotta see the
expectations
gyrate, bro.
and delivering on anticipation.
He be playing like, bro. He be giving mad props to the boogeyman, bro. You gotta love him, bro. Jacob, bro, you didn't go, bro.
He's been around for less than a year, and it's hard to see anybody having a bigger future than him right now. I was at his debut in Chicago at SmackDown, and he completely wrecked Cody Rhodes the first time you saw him on television. That says a lot about what WWE thinks of him. Across the board in WWE right now, the various all-star members of the Bloodline are still having quite the featured roles. After winning the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso is set for a big WrestleMania in the present.
Smash finna be some straight doo-doo ass.
Roman Reigns may never hit the peak he did with his very long, record-breaking run as undisputed Universal Champion, but he's still one of the biggest names in the business. However, in all of that, the future might just belong to one name in this group.
Bro.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob and Solo
the man
got
who
it.
claims even on his bad day, you still can't touch him.
Still can't
The
touch him,
Samoan
man.
werewolf is out for domination whether you like him or not. And if WWE is intent on pushing him to be one of the brightest future stars of the company, then he's going to lead his own bloodline. The momentum is there on SmackDown earlier this year with a wild-eyed Jacob Fatu sharing to the fans all around the world and those not on his side in the arena. The crazy thing is, I'm just getting started. So let's jump into the possibilities of a Jacob Fatu-led bloodline.
Let's go, let's
Why
go.
can change WWE forever? This is Sportskeeda Wrestling. I'm Kevin, and we're going to do
who y'all
what
want.
we do. You do your
Who y'all
thing
would have in
in the
y'all
comments
own
below.
bloodline, bro.
Let us know what you
Like,
think of this idea.
we gotta
and
all
maybe give us
make our
your
own
fantasy
jump,
booking
bruh.
as
See
well.
who got the
Some
best
of you
one.
might be thinking, oh no,
Then
not
you know.
another bloodline story. They've been doing this for years, and we hear you. But what we're suggesting is another different version of the bloodline, a new evolution. Something old you've seen before, but definitely more for some newer eyes to catch on to it. At this point, the Bloodline story is now the longest running active storyline, if you want to call it that, in WWE history. Some claim it's ended and restarted at different points, but you kind of get the idea. In terms of a continuous act in WWE, this is one that has been around a long time. Throughout their time, we've
from
seen
2020 to 2025, bro. Still going on now too. So
it take
5
a few
years.
different forms and shapes, helping the story continue from weeks to years, just like a classic soap opera, a saga with body slam, and internal family drama. But wouldn't it be surprising if Jacob Fatu shook it all up and pulled a solo Sokoa to get the lead role? Even before Jacob made his way to WWE, back when his signing was an open secret in wrestling circles,
You're too big to be doing this. Like, come
Jacob
on,
made
bro.
his way
This
to
is a freak of
WWE back when
freaking
his
nature.
signing was an open secret in wrestling circles. There was a sentiment of some
What?
fans that with his sheer undeniable skills as a super heavyweight who could move like a cruiserweight and his just leap off the screen personality, that he could overshadow someone like Solo Sikoa. This was obviously in smaller segments of fans who were aware of his work in MLW, but the sentiment seems to have been shared among even higher-ups, all the way down to the casual fans just catching up with the Jacob Fatu power train.
And admittedly, I do agree too. He do got the edge over Solo, but Solo him no. And I low key, man, nah, cause Solo, like this version of Solo has been really good. Like it actually made me like him more, bro. Him talking more, him showing more of his personality, showing more of that comedic, witty side too. Like as well as with like the Keeman, the calculated and scheming side too. It's a really beautiful mix. Like he's actually, it seems like that's really how he is in real life. So everything that he's doing is coming off extremely natural and like easy, bro. Like before, his thing was just being enforcer, like Fatu here, but they didn't have him talk at all. Like I mean, it was just completely mute. No emotion, no sound, no nothing, but he just beat you. That's it. Like, and I'm like, it was kind of cool, but they also didn't really do a great job at presenting him well. So it was just, yeah, we got this new enforcer guy, but if they gave him the same debut and hype as Fatu, I feel like it would have been a lot more even. But Fatu came out the gate with that heat, bro, and we was ready.
Roars into town, but in no time ending up
look at
with
this
the Jacob
dude, bro.
Fatu power train as
I
it
want no
roars into
problems.
town. But in no time, this sentiment has been proven to be more than correct. Within a few weeks of his debut, Fatu was getting some of the biggest reactions of anyone in the bloodline, and he just reeked of awesomeness. Yeah, shout out Edge and Christian. Yeah, fans began to go along with his shouts of, I love you so long.
I love you so long.
With Jacob Fatu
I love you so long.
reeked of awesomeness.
You
yeah,
love
shout
it,
out Edge
man.
and Christian.
Jacob,
fans began to go along
Jacob
with
is so
his
long,
shouts of,
great,
I
man.
love you so long.
God.
What Jacob Fatu brought was just undeniable presence on
We go for
camera.
sure
He
see
didn't
some
say a
more
lot
stuff
of
on
words,
Jacob,
but when
bro.
he said them loudly and they meant something.
They meant
he
everything.
wrestled a
Everything
little bit
meant something with
sporadically,
Jacob.
but kicked absolute ass in a way that is undeniable, and his dominance and orga, we gotta stop overusing that word, has also been an instant connection with fans. It became clear that he was the real star of the new bloodline, not exactly the leader, Solo Sikoa, and it was the enforcer who was really taking the spotlight with Jacob Fatu. That began a series of questions like, when is Jacob's turn to shine? The fact that you can see the impression he makes on crowds means that WWE's higher brass has to be paying attention to this, and that they have a generational talent on their hands. Some members of the Anawahi clan have also come out.
Look at this freaking family of legends. Goodness
Generational
gracious.
Talent on their hands.
And they missing so many people here too. I think that's Jacob down there actually. You got the Usos down here. You got Roman. I'm not gonna lie, I do know their name, but I forgot. I think this is Samu. I think that's Samu. Not gonna lie, I forgot his name. I think this is Tama. Umaga here. You got Rosie, The Rock, Rikishi. Dog, and this is just a couple people.
Members of the Anawahi clan have also come out and said that Jacob Fatu is among the most talented.
Dog, the Samoan family is freaking packed to the brim with extraordinary talent,
wrestlers
bro.
to
It's
ever
insane.
come out of that family.
It's insane.
That is saying something. Check out our big Samoan Wrestling Dynasty video to learn about all of that history. It's on the channel.
We'll
so
do
how
that
exactly
too, so
do we
that we
get Jacob Fatu leading the bloodline? How is WWE going to do this? This is all just fantasy booking. We're laying out a handful of ideas. You can tell us yours in the comments below. It turns out that the first part is pretty simple. Solo Sikoa's quest to become the true tribal chief by usurping Roman Reigns ended in failure on the Raw Netflix debut in a big way. After losing multiple shots at the WWE Championship and only getting a win in a tag team.
I would love to see him sport his father's face paint, bro. Please, bro. Please let this man become the new Umaga, bro. I will lose my S-I-S-E-T-T-T-T-T. Bro, I ain't even spell it right. I will lose it. Please, bro.
The OTC who stood tall.
Oh my
winning
God,
the
that'd be amazing.
match and then leading to the tribal combat match on that Raw Netflix premiere. This is the seed that has been planted into our heads, and after WrestleMania, Solo's attempts at being met with failure after failure will drive others to respond. The shouts of "I love you, Solo" have begun to reduce with every passing week, and the doubt in Jacob Fatu's eyes starts to show. The unwavering loyalty he had to Solo gets shaken, stirred, and eventually it reaches a point where Solo has no credibility in Jacob's domineering eyes anymore. This is where the betrayal happens, and it can't be Solo turning on Jacob to make him a good guy or a baby face, whatever those technical terms are. It has to be Jacob Fatu viciously severing his ties with Solo
by taking
him out before announcing the birth of a new generation, a fresher, more ruthless incarnation of the bloodline. In fact, it's probably better to have the name bloodline be taken out of it, merely implying a separate branch of the Anawahi family, something new, something different, and with him the two Tongans, Tamatonga and Tongaloa, would follow. Now,
you gotta get freaking Zilla Fatu in there too. Even though he said he sided with Roman. Get that man Zilla in there, bro, because Roman ain't gonna help you, Zilla. Don't side with him.
Looking back at
he don't care about you, bro.
Reigns' bloodline and Solo's group, there's a key difference. While Roman Reigns was more cold and calculated and hubris and filled with his own BS and was using his entire family to be manipulative and target himself, all those different things, he also had the wise man in his ear the entire time, strategically planning. Solo Sikoa's bloodline was all about chaos. As Paul Heyman declared, it was comprised of a couple of Tongan thugs and Jacob Fatu, who has a criminal history. There was a lot less strategy, a lot more destruction, a lot more mindless violence, which is what ultimately led to the big downfall. Maybe eventually it was just, hey, you don't have a game plan, you're just playing the game. So in what this direction does, Jacob Fatu's bloodline has to go maybe a little bit of what Roman did. Fatu doesn't seem like the type of person you would consider a master manipulator, but that's where the surprises need to come in. You would think that a Jacob Fatu
So he's saying he wants to see more Jacob Fatu's intelligent and personality side instead of just wrecking everything. That'd be interesting. That will be interesting, but the only downside to that is they would make him less of a fighter. Like they would keep on having him to where it's like he's like sending his goons out to do the work for him, and then we'll barely see him doing any action. You know what I'm saying? That's the only downside to stuff like that. That's why I don't really like those.
Bloodline faction would take
it would still be interesting to see though,
and unleash destruction with no true understanding of their motives or the consequences of what they're doing. But that's exactly where it becomes Jacob Fatu's time to shine. He proves himself to be a whole lot more than just an enforcer, a whole lot more than muscle. who can kick people's asses. He will still do that. It would be a cool story to even have maybe Paul Heyman end his time with Roman Reigns in favor of Jacob Fatu.
I would love that.
Heyman
That's what I thought was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I thought they was going to like kidnap. I thought they were going to like force Paul Heyman to like pretty much be their wives, man. But they just abused them and then left.
Roman Reigns and the
nothing really
bloodline,
came from
and
that.
there's still a little else that he can do here together. And considering how they've been at their peak of the industry,
Or they have a different manager.
Heyman has been certainly.
They could get Umaga's old manager, bruh. Imagine they get Umaga's old manager, bruh. That would work. That would freaking work.
The table for it creatively. He
That
would
would
need
work.
to have a role in all of this. Like Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu won't need Paul Heyman to do his talking, but it would be a good way to have an advisor do his bidding. By doing this, you would essentially have Jacob Fatu completely decimate both Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. There is no way to do this without the big confrontation leading to yet another tribal combat clash of the century. On his path to destruction, he could defeat Solo Sikoa in a major premium live event, and then get his marquee SummerSlam match against Roman Reigns, possibly headlining one of the two nights that's coming up here. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa get involved, but they get taken out. Jacob utilizing some of the old cheating interference ways of Roman against Roman, but despite all of this chaos present, Jacob Fatu prevails and defeats Roman Reigns, becoming the one true
Look at his
Trvll
face.
and defeats Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this man.
Becoming
I couldn't bother right. Bro,
chief.
Man, eyes,
Yes,
bro.
the Ulafala
Man,
has
saw
to be
God.
on the line in this match. Well, WWE probably can't go with a John
God.
Cena, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam
Oh my
2014 type
gosh.
of match where one person gets completely decimated. Certainly having Fatu win on this level would be significant. And the next steps would be to start expanding the ranks, and this is where a key member of the group comes in, a man who isn't even signed to WWE yet,
Zilla.
but it still is in the conversation with those who follow everything going on with the Anawahi wrestling family.
Zilla,
A man who
Zilla,
is on
Zilla.
the sidelines looking in, Zilla Fatu.
Yeah!
A bit of a slippery slope to bring in Zilla Fatu, especially because he's still in his mid-20s, still learning the wrestling business and building up his name to get to the WWE.
Let's
Being
go.
mentored by WWE Hall of Famer
Booker
Booker
T,
T, who
Fatu.
said he'll do
Come
all
on.
he can to get Zilla to the WWE. Seems to be a matter of when, maybe not if, he signs with them.
Yeah, he's definitely
and
coming.
He's
He's
still
definitely
currently
coming.
one of the most talked about names
This is
outside of
about
WWE or
We want him in there
AEW.
now, bro. He's in his early and mid 20s, bro. Let this man cook, bro. He's just in the mode of destruction and chaos right now. We need that. Come on
Zilla
through,
could
bro.
go the
Pull up to
Solo
us,
Sikoa route,
man.
having a short
We
NXT
need
run,
Zilla.
or he could be like Jacob Fatu, jumping straight to the main roster.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard decision to make in the context of his progression as a
gonna be
wrestler,
amazing, though.
but in storyline, he could be the best person to refresh the bloodline with a fresh face that is very fearsome. History repeats itself this time, with Zilla becoming not just an enforcer, but a star pupil of this version of the bloodline. If WWE wants to take an extra step and make it even more impactful, then it's probably worth signing another Samoan wrestler from this family, or someone certainly approved by the bloodline. Another name who could be even more ready for this role is Lance Anawahi, who is 33 years old, already signed to WWE's ranks, and is being developed in this phase of his career. Let's be real, there's no shortage of talents who have
Not gonna lie. We're gonna put each other on to this one, Lance. Anyway, okay. We'll see.
Samoan wrestling.
Is this Roman's brother? Roman's last name is in Hawaii. So this is his brother. So he must be more related to Roman then. That's interesting. Okay.
WWE is familiar with.
Okay.
With these connections,
Oh.
legacy, and heritage that they have coming in.
Is this Scylla? Or is this Solo's brother? I don't know. There's so
Won't be
many.
surprising to see who the
Too
family
freaking many of
continues
them.
to produce
80,000
as a top-tier
Samoans,
wrestling
bro.
star in the years to come. Even Rikishi's youngest son, Samson Fatu, is 6'5" and looks like $1 million. He is
Golly!
his son, Samson Fatu, is 6'5" and looks like $1 million. He isn't even 18 years old
What?
yet. He's taking the college football route, but it wouldn't be surprising if an NXT NIL contract is ready and waiting for him.
So, yeah, we'll see him too. 6'5", you're not even 18? Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, man. WWE finna turn to Call of Duty real soon. We finna have none but AKs for these Samoans. Jesus Christ, man. We shooting y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not fighting not one Samoan. Get away from me. I'm bringing P90, bro.
WWE
I'm not fighting a thing.
A
Leave me alone. You got it.
Truly different direction
You got
with
it.
Jacob Fatu and his
What?
group and turn them into
He's
baby faces.
6'5".
Yes. Good guys after they've been such bad guys. Yes, they will be bad. They will do things to people you like. We get it. But if you think about it, the bloodline being baby faces is something that only became a little bit of a discussion after the summer of 2024, and that was only for a little while going into War Games. And then, once again, it was revived.
Yeah, that was done
if you have
back
an active, week-to-week, good guy faction that you already understand the history with, there's a purpose to that as well. For the next few years going forward, it only feels appropriate to some of you watching this video that Jacob Fatu could be in possession of the Ula Fala.
I would love that.
A prize that has been made
especially if he can't bring the title back to the family, which is his main goal that he said on the show. So if they have it to where he still, you know, somehow for some reason loses a title match and doesn't get that belt back, having him win that Ulafala, you know what I'm saying, would be really cool. It was really great when Solo had it, but it would be very, very, very fitting for Jacob, considering what he's trying to do for his family, which seems like his main his main motivating factor for all of the chaos and destruction that he's bringing to the roster. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see. I would love to see that. That'd be pretty cool.
As any championship in the WWE, thanks to the power of good storytelling. So how do you think about Jacob Fatu taking over the bloodline and where this can go? By being an example of how an old, tried, and tested formula can be tweaked, altered, and have an extensive life on top. And if you haven't already, check out our video on how the WWE made a garland.
What was that edited?
And have an extensive life on top. And if you haven't already, check out our video on how the WWE made a garland and a wristband.
I think Jacob super kicked his mic when he was trying to finish that last word.
Maybe
all right, fair enough.
More valuable than any championship. Hit the like button, subscribe.
That's hilarious.
This is Sportskeeda Wrestling.
Man, hey, what a fantastical video, bro. I would love to see Jacob Fatu have his own, not even bloodline, but faction to compete against everybody and show everybody who the real top Samoans is. It seems like WWE is really finna just be primarily Samoan. This is crazy. I mean, maybe Monday Night Raw might be the only brand without some kind of Samoan warfare going on. Like, we can't, bro. It's Samoans on SmackDown. It's Samoans on NXT. It's Samoans in the Indies. It's Samoans still being born. It's Samoans in football. What are we doing here? What are we gonna do about this family? Who is gonna stop the Samoan bloodline and the Samoan dynasty, bro? I ain't doing it. I'm minding my business. I'm minding the business that minds me. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all like this one, man, comment down below, man. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining me on this journey as always, bro. Please comment down, bro. I want to know who y'all think or who y'all would have in y'all own bloodline or y'all own faction, bro. Like, we gotta see who really knows ball here, bro. 'Cause I'm trying. I might drop mine down below. I'm trying to see. Let's do. Cause how big is the bloodline? Let's do a faction of 4. So 4 people. You got your leader and then like 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? Who would y'all faction be? To take out the bloodline and to own WWE and why? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna drop mine and we'll have us a little kayfabe battle going on here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, hope everybody doing well, stays well. As always, stay joyful, stay prosperous, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all as always, man. One love, man.